So I will say going into this bull market cycle, I am far more diversified than I was last time. All right. I definitely was a gambling man last time around. I'm taking a lot more safe play, if you will, as we enter this bull market cycle. Now, I will say from all the coins that I own, there is one that I believe is the most exciting coin in crypto, and it's Shiba Inu. Now, you have to realize this isn't from a price standpoint right now, and not a price performance standpoint. Some people will say, "Oh yeah, it's not exciting, it's boring, the price isn't moving." Most coins right now, guys, they're not making big movements. There have been, don't get me wrong, there are a couple that have. I actually have some of those coins. I've made multiple X's. That's great. That's awesome, right? But typically, it's not until you get a little further into the bull market where you start seeing those more volatile movements. Now, why I think SHIB is the most exciting coin in crypto is because of the possibilities. We obviously, let's talk about the things we know SHIB has. We know that whales are buying and removing from exchanges, which is awesome, right? That's the right direction, the right thing you want to see. We obviously know that it's got major optics throughout the world. It's one of the most searched coins in crypto, which means it's still got big optics. That's fantastic. We obviously know that there is community development, a strong community, and where I think this potential truly stems from is the fact that obviously SHIB is as young as it is. It doesn't have as many holders as some of the coins around the top space. And because of the tokenomics that can make Shiba Inu hyper deflationary. That is what I've talked about a bunch. And I want people to understand what that truly means for Shiba Inu. I think at some point it gets figured out. Remember, it's a deflationary supply. There will never be more supply that enters the space. And when you look around the top coins in the space, there's really not many that can say that. Most of them are somewhat inflationary, right? Some of them have a burn mechanism, but there's typically more supply entering the space. All right. Now, what this means for SHIB is if someone can figure out a way to sustainably burn Shiba Inu, like shibarium supposedly was, and maybe we'll obviously have to wait and see, then Shiba Inu can outpace the drops that you see in the market. It can outpace a bear market cycle. That immediately would make SHIB the most valuable coin in the space. All right. That completely kicks the meme coin narrative right in the ass. Okay. Now, this is not financial advice or anything like that, but just think if you have massive portions of supply being removed at a faster rate than what the corrections we're seeing in the market, it becomes the best store of value in crypto, even better than something like BTC, which still goes through big corrections. Now, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees that this is going to happen. Okay. But the possibility is there. We've seen the early signs of it. Just look at like what Shibarium did during, what was it? Early part of December, I think it was. Massive portions of bone collected to buy and burn Shiba Inu supply. That's a big deal. Now, whether it's them that figures it out, whether it's the SHIB Association, whether it's Ryoshi Research, whether it's another chain that emerges that figures this out, who knows? But that's why it's exciting. That's why when it comes to that regard, hoping for that to come, that's a little bit of a bet. All right. Now, I will say that SHIB is set up well for this bull market cycle regardless. That only magnifies SHIB's potential performance as we move forward. Honestly, guys, I bought some more Shiba Inu this morning. All right. I'm looking at what the charts are doing here. We're doing a little bit of a curve. We might come up and try to test this 20 and 50-day moving average like everything in the space. And if we get some of those big liquidation candles on BTC, again, this exaggerated movement is in the cards. I'm liking that RSI is kind of slowly but surely flattening out. It's this long exaggerated drop, well out of the overbought range that we experienced here back in mid-December. So everything's actually looking pretty good. We'll obviously see if the market can provide some direction as far as price goes. But the things that I'm talking about are more of a reference to later on in the bull market cycle. I understand these things take time, and it truly takes time before Shiba Inu gets to that point where it can absolutely go berserk. All right. It's a heavy position in my bag. This is not financial advice. You guys can do what you want, but is SHIB exciting because of its potential? Absolutely. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Show your support below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.